Welcome, everyone, to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Ahles, president of Growth, and today I'm going to be talking about the strategies of double-digit producers in today's high-rate, challenging environment with Dale Vermillion, the founder of Mortgage Champions. Dale is also going to be at Fuse with us. We're getting really excited about it. The countdown is on. If I want to do exact days, I know we're less than 30 because I was looking at my Delta app. Got our golf tournament starting on the 4th, and then, really a few days of all of us coming together to get better. People like Dale. Dale was there last year. I was chatting with him before the show, and I think he caught a little stomach bug last year, so we missed out on his performance, being able to see, why is Dale getting spotlight time? One, he's an amazing man. You're going to learn a little bit about him today, and he's going to hopefully give us some tools or tips to help all of us continue to dominate in our own market. So, Dale, welcome to the show.
Tom, it's an honor to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, what methodology do top producers use to find success in today's high-rate market?
Well, first and foremost, I think the number one thing that I'm seeing that loan officers are doing to get double-digit production is they're mixing high tech with high touch. That's the true separator. The people that I'm training all over the country that are closing 12, 15, 20, 25 loans in this marketplace, when they're getting their referrals, when they're getting their customers, they're having conversations with those customers that build really deep relationships. They're not just sending off a link. They're not just shooting off technologies. They're not spending all their time texting and emailing. They're actually getting to know their customers at a level that nobody else does, because in a high rate market, people need to understand, why would I buy in this market? Why would I refinance in this market? And that requires a really deep conversation and understanding of the borrower's goals and a really, really strong relationship. So that'd be number one. I think the second thing is they are just literally doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down on their network. That's so vitally important. I mean, you think about realtors, their business is down 60 to 70%. A lot of loan officers around the country, a lot of brokers are struggling with that. You know what? If you're down that much, you've got to make that up by increasing your network, because a lot of the sales that happen don't hit the MLS sheets. They're only going to be had if you know somebody who knows somebody within the market. And that's why it's important to make sure you expand your network by 2 to 3 times what it was in the previous market. And then here's the key: diversify the network. Don't just focus on realtors. Divorce attorneys are one of the golden nuggets right now of opportunity, because you're getting buyouts in those. Financial planners are a great opportunity. These are just the ways you've got to build out your network. And the key is get out there and be in the marketplace. Go to open houses. Make sure you're meeting with your realtors. Make sure you're meeting with your referral sources. Make sure you're in community events, and make sure you're doing events with your network that you have that you're getting referrals from.
Man, I'll tell you, that's outside of the execution piece, which none of us can force you guys to do. What Dale's sharing with us is something that has stayed tried and true for this industry for as long as could be. But going into a market where you're seeing 60% reduction year over year in just mortgage applications, this is the secret for success, or the recipe for success. Your network is your net worth. For me, in the very beginning of my career, 20 plus years ago, 22 now, getting old, as you can tell, hairline's receding. We're all getting old, right? It was the very first thing that I learned. Like, who knows you, and do they know what you do? It doesn't mean that you're calling everyone and just pounding deals down their throat or trying to hard sell them. It's the point of staying in connection with those contacts. With each person that you communicate with, on average, they have about 11 people that look to them as their source. Just like for me, it's my mom, right? I'm going to call my mom and talk things through with her. Well, guess what? Your mom also has 11 people that look to her for that. So when somebody says at a family gathering, hey, I'm thinking about buying a house, or I'm thinking about anything that has to do with mortgage, you want to pop up top of mind for them. And what Dale's really driving home for us here is that has to be intentional. And in a market that's shrinking, it needs to be 3 to 4 times more intentional than what it was prior. And there are still people. Dale coaches a lot that are hitting big numbers. We have some team members last month that did 30 closings in 1 month. Yeah. That's phenomenal in a market that's down like this. But the opportunities are there if you're willing to take the effort, reaching out to your connections, building deeper relationships, taking notes. I know for a lot of us, it's maybe that somebody's getting married in 3 months. Maybe they have a baby on the way. Those are the opportunities to really plant that seed, to know that you actually care about them. Send them a baby blanket, send them a handwritten card, anything that you can do to dive in deeper on personal relationships in this market is going to separate you from those that fall out and those that thrive. So, with that being said, Dale, what mindset and motivation should other producers have to follow through on these action items?
Well, the first thing is you got to really understand that top producers in this market, they're not sitting there worrying about the rates. They're not getting up in the morning and reading the bad news. They have no part of that. They're getting their information from resources that help them in their business. Most importantly, what they're doing is they're focusing on the right activities, and they're focusing on controllables, not non-controllables. When you're in a high rate market, you got to think about how you're going to help your customer, not what rate you're going to charge them or how you're going to be able to buy down their rate. Anybody can do that. You've got to create a value proposition that's very different from everybody else. These are things I want to unpack in great detail at Fuse this year. Fortunately, I'll have 45 minutes to be able to speak and really unpack these. But here's the single most powerful trait, and I've taught this my entire career, that top producers are focusing on. If you want to close 15 loans a month, all you got to do is make one sale a day. That's all it takes. One committed borrower who gives you an application and documentation means you're putting 21 deals in your pipeline. And traditionally, we close about 75% of those. That puts you at 15 to 17 loans every single month. So the mindset of top producers today is, you know what? I don't control rates. Why am I worried about that? I'm going to do the things that others aren't doing. A lot of the brokers and the loan officers that I see out there today, the mistake they keep making is they're still living in that COVID world of, I want to be in my living room at my computer, make all the money like I did in 2020 and 2021 when it was a volume market, instead of getting out and being in the community in a conversion market and doing something different. So the mindset's very simple of people today that are top producers. Their focus is, I'm going to be active, I'm going to be present, I'm going to focus on relationship, and I'm just focusing on that one sale, that one customer that I can get each day. And if I get it by 10, I'm going to get another one by noon. And one of the principles that I always teach is sell early, sell often. Top producers do not start their day by checking their email. Why? There ain't nothing good in there. That's why. Check that the night before. Set up your day the evening before, and then start your morning by literally hitting the phones, mining your database, prospecting for new partners. Spend the first 2 hours of every day selling. Get a sale, and you are good.
And I love it. If that isn't just clear, precise advice for those that are looking for, a leg up in this environment, trying to figure out something new, Dale gave it to you. Now it's up to you to execute. You see people doing it all over. Loan officers that I never thought I would see going to open houses, they're going to open houses right now. Anything that you can do to grow your network, to continue to be the go-to person in your market, now is the time to take market share. So when the market does turn, then doing 30, 50, 60 deals a month isn't going to be out of question, because you've already built those connections. So, yeah. Dale, thank you so much for giving us a quick little intro, not only to the expertise that you have, your coaching ability. We really look forward to seeing you at Fuse and watching the presentation that you have, helping us all get a little better. For those that are looking maybe for some other new tips or tricks, check us out on our YouTube page at AIME National. You'll see all of our Grow and Get It episodes that are going to help give you the tools that you need to succeed. We're here every Monday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, in our Brokers Are Better group. Dale, let's go out and grow and get it, my friend. I greatly appreciate you being here today. Hope everyone has an amazing rest of your week.
Thanks, Tom. Great to see you.